What is going on, guys? Welcome to WWE Wrestling Bros with your host, Canadian Yorker here, and we are live talking about WWE Raw and WWE SmackDown. So I'm doing a recap video here about WWE, the June 16th results and June 20th results. I know I have not been, myself and Boone still have not been consistent with live streaming our talks. Basically doing our weekly broadcasts. We've both been busy. Boone Steel, of course, busy with life. Myself, busy with life. So things have been picking up as of late. So I'm here to bring you guys the results of what occurred on Friday Night SmackDown and Monday Night Raw, and I'm gonna be bringing the additional results for the following week after June 16th. That's going to be the 23rd. I'm going to bring that in the next live stream and also do the same to kind of get us up to speed for the additional Raw and SmackDowns. And of course, there will be one on King of the Ring as well. Of course, you can't count that out. So I'm definitely just going to try to do my best to try to keep us up to speed with things because we have been following behind schedule as of late. So let's get into this. So this article, I forgot to pin the articles in the comment section in the description box. So I will be doing that after this live stream is over, and so you guys can read up on it yourself. So let's get into this here. Both the articles are from WrestleViews.com. So June 16th, Raw took place in Green Bay, Wisconsin, at the West Center in Green Bay, Wisconsin on June 16th. So going into the show, we have Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan previously had attacked Nikki Bella, and of course, there's a backstage segment. Liv Morgan went in on why she attacked Nikki Bella. Basically said she welcomes everybody to Monday Night Raw. She asked the crowd to make some noise for the most gorgeous man in WWE, not being Dominic Mysterio. She called him the greatest intercontinental champion of all time. The crowd boos Mysterio as he flexes, and then, of course, the Mysterio man, Dominic, takes his microphone and starts to speak, but as usual, whenever he tries to talk, the crowd boos him every time. So that's, of course, what happens. Dominic Mysterio says tonight is not about him, it's all about Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan says respect is what she's here to talk about. Everyone needs reminding that this is her division, and when you talk about her division, you talk about Liv Morgan. So Dominic Mysterio doubles down and says that Nikki Bella had to learn the hard way. Now Nikki Bella is sitting at home watching her, that's Liv Morgan, on television. What's worse is Io Sky is telling Nikki Bella that she paved the way for them all. No one Dominic reaffirms that no one paved the way for Liv Morgan, especially Nikki Bella. Liv Morgan paved her own way, and she is the first and only 4-time women's tag team champion. That makes her the greatest women's tag team champion of all time. Liv Morgan smiles and psychotically looks into the camera. Liv Morgan said she's not asking for anyone's respect anymore. She's demanding it. She also demands the rematch she never got for the Women's World Championship. The Women's World Champion Io Sky comes down to the ring with a smile on her face. Io Sky gets in the ring and sneers at Liv Morgan. The crowd chants Io Sky, picks up. Io Sky tells Liv Morgan to do everyone a favor and shut them out. All Liv Morgan does is whine and show disrespect. Io Sky then shouts at her in Japanese. Liv Morgan disrespected Nikki Bella and Io Sky. If Liv Morgan wants to fight her, she's right here. Liv Morgan says she wants to fight Io Sky, but only for the championship. If Sky is scared to fight her because Liv Morgan has beaten her more and than any other woman in the division, she can just hand her the title. Io Sky says if Liv Morgan wants the title, she has to earn it. She can't just steal it like Morgan stole Dirty Dom. Dominic Mysterio starts to speak, but the crowd boos him even more. Dominic Mysterio tells Io Sky to give Liv Morgan like she wants. what she wants, like he does every day. Oh, Liv Morgan says she'll take the title now. Io Sky says Liv Morgan can have the title when she tosses it to her. Io Sky then drop kicks Liv Morgan down and kicks her in the head. Io Sky then kicks Mysterio in the head, knocking them both out the ring. Liv Morgan and Io Sky, Liv Morgan and Dominic, Dirty Dom, retreat from the ring as Io Sky celebrates. And mind you, what Io Sky is 5'6", so I mean that's just funny. Going forward, we learn about the future. We have the first Queen of the Ring tournament match going on. Stephanie Vaquer versus Ivy Nile versus the Women's Tag Team Champion Raquel Rodriguez versus Asuka. This is Asuka. Asuka is back first. This is her first match back since May 4th, 2004 WWE Backlash in France. And she has been struggling with injuries. She injured her knee, had put her out. She suffered a torn ACL, and that's put her out for a whole year. He's finally back in WWE. The bell rings, and Ivy now goes after Stephanie Vaquer, while Rodriguez goes after Asuka. Asuka and Stephanie Vaquer quickly team up to take out Rodriguez with a double super kick. Asuka saunters around the ring a bit. The crowd chants welcome back. Asuka and Stephanie Vaquer lock up. Vaquer takes her down for a 1 count. Asuka then takes her down for a 1 count. Ivy now attacks Vaquer and tries to roll up Rodriguez, but Rodriguez swats her away. Rodriguez then launches Vaquer with a release powerbomb into Asuka and Nile. Stephanie Vaquer recovers, hits a head scissor into a roll-up for a 2 count. Vaquer hits Nile with a snap suplex before hitting Rodriguez with an eat defeat. Asuka runs in, but Vaquer kicks her back. Vaquer hits Rodriguez with a running meteor in the corner. Asuka goes to boot Vaquer back, but Vaquer catches her and hits a dragon screw off the ropes. Vaquer then takes down Nile with a back suplex before grabbing her by the hair. The crowd comes to her feet as Vaquer hits the Nile with the devil's kiss. Rodriguez breaks it up with a kick to the ribs. Vaquer gets out of a vertical suplex from Rodriguez and hits a snap mirror. Vaquer then attempts the devil's kiss on Rodriguez, but Rodriguez powers her up on her shoulders and big boots Asuka down. Vaquer manages to pull Rodriguez over the top rope before powering her into an apron doing the devil's kiss. Vaquer follows up with a springboard crossbody block on Rodriguez. Asuka grabs Vaquer for an Asuka lock, but Vaquer backs her into the corner. Ivy now runs over and kicks Vaquer in the face before attacking Asuka in the corner. Ivy now sends Asuka into the ropes, but she lowers her head and eats a kick. Asuka hits Rodriguez with a hip attack to knock her off the apron. Ivy now quickly rolls Asuka up for a 2 count. Ivy now follows up with a bridging German suplex for another 2 count on the Empress of Tomorrow. Asuka goes back and forth, kicking away at Vaquer and Nile. Asuka kicks Nile's head before attacking Rodriguez with slaps and kicks. Asuka kicks Rodriguez down in the corner before grabbing Nile. Asuka knees Nile in the face and covers, but Vaquer pulls Asuka off. Vaquer and Asuka lock eyes and the crowd starts to buzz. Vaquer forearms Asuka before having a whip reverse. Asuka absorbs a shoulder tackle. They trade strikes, and Asuka is hurt by them. Vaquer headbutts Asuka away and hits the ropes, but Asuka follows her and elbows her. Asuka hits the ropes, but Vaquer follows her with a knee to the midsection. Vaquer connects with a vertical suplex on Asuka and sizes her up. Asuka charges, but Vaquer rolls away with a drop kick. Vaquer connects with a double underhook gutbuster. Vaquer's knee is hurt, so she takes a moment to hold it before recovering. Now breaks up the pin and knocks Vaquer away. Ivy now slams Asuka and covers, but Vaquer breaks it up. Vaquer sets up for an SVB, but Ivy now fights it. Vaquer kicks Ivy now out the ring. Rodriguez boots Vaquer down and connects with a Tejano bomb. Rhea Ripley pulls Rodriguez out the ring. Rhea Ripley waves at Rodriguez and hits Rodriguez with a riptide on the floor. Rhea Ripley sends Rodriguez into the ring. Asuka hits the Empress Impact for the win. And so we get the win. Asuka is going to be battling Alexa Bliss in the Queen of the Ring semi-final on SmackDown. The winner is Asuka here. What a match. Asuka gets the win thanks to the help from Rhea Ripley, who goes after her old rival Seth Rodriguez and definitely, stops Rodriguez from continuing forward in the Queen of the Ring tournament. And so, thanks to that interference from Rhea Ripley, Asuka is able to move forward into the semifinal. So that's what we have right there. Going forward, we have the backstage segments. Next part, we got Gunther, blah blah blah. Yes. So we have World Heavyweight Champion Gunther addresses winning the title back that he beats Jey Uso, I believe, at we'll just read it. World Heavyweight Champion, the ring general Gunther, fresh off a victory win from Jey Uso on last week on Raw, heads to the ring. Gunther shows off the title and kisses it in the ring. Gunther poses with the title as the pyro goes off. The crowd boos the new champion, but Gunther smiles. Gunther says he's man enough to admit Jey Uso was a better man at WrestleMania for one night. On every other night, Gunther is untouchable. Gunther has heard the chatter about what's next for him. A Goldberg chance picks up. Gunther says he's learned from his lesson when he cussed him out in front of his family. Gunther doesn't care about rumors. The reality is that Seth Rollins holds the Money in the Bank contract. Gunther has what Seth Rollins wants. A few weeks ago, Seth Rollins told him he's a target when he wins back his World Heavyweight Championship. Gunther says he'll make it easy for Rollins. He is here. Then, Goldberg's music hits. The crowd erupts. 58-year-old Hall of Famer Goldberg makes his way down to the ring. Everyone's chanting his name. Goldberg thanks the crowd. He's here to celebrate Gunther winning the World Heavyweight Championship. Goldberg congratulates him and he says that he's proud of him. But before he leaves, he says a few months ago Gunther started something with him and his family in Atlanta, Georgia. Goldberg is going to make sure he ends it in Atlanta, Georgia. Goldberg says July the 12th, Saturday night's main event, your mind, because he is next. Gunther is shocked and quickly leaves the ring as the crowd chants Goldberg's name. And so we have it, guys. July 12th, Saturday night's main event, going to be Goldberg versus Gunther at Saturday night main event in Atlanta, Georgia. Going to be kind of an amazing showdown, which, by the way, is only 9 days from now. So, in exactly 9 days, that's today. Today is July 3rd, sorry. And in exactly 9 days, we're going to have Goldberg versus Gunther. Could be kind of interesting situation going on there. Going forward, we have JD McDonough versus Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles. AJ Styles and Dominic lock up. JD McDonough pulls the hair and turns him around. Styles quickly hits him with a headlock takeover. McDonough fights and puts the Styles in a side headlock. Styles whips him off, but McDonough sort of tackles him. Styles quickly takes him down and applies a headlock. McDonough fights up and whips him off, but Styles quickly hits a sunset flip for a 2 count. They trade pins before Styles hits an arm drag. McDonough applies a head scissor, but Styles flips out. They bridge up into a backside, but Styles attempts a Styles clash. McDonough scurries away. McDonough quickly turns against Styles around and stomps him down before taunting the crowd. McDonough chops Styles before sending him into the ropes for a hip toss attempt. Styles counters with a calf crusher. McDonough tries to get to the ropes, but Styles rolls him into the ring. Mysterio pulls Styles out of the ring. Styles chases Mysterio around the ring. McDonough then drives over the barricade and clotheslines AJ Styles down. Continuing, McDonough pulls Styles down by the hair. McDonough stands on the hair and pulls Styles up. Styles soon fights back and connects with a vicious combo strike, followed by a basement flying forearm. Styles hits a corner clothesline, followed by an Ushi Goroshi for a near fall. Styles sets up for a Styles clash, but McDonough gets out and headbutts him. McDonough connects with a brainbuster for a near fall. McDonough gets Styles in the corner and puts him on the top rope. McDonough starts to climb the ropes, but Styles punches him down. McDonough stuns him with a giant right hand and climbs, but Styles knocks him down again. Styles positions himself before leaping to go after Mysterio, who's on the apron. Then sets up for a slam, but Styles gets out of it. Styles connects with a Styles Clash and points at Mysterio as the referee, who counts the pin. The winner is AJ Styles, who is the winner of this match. Mysterio runs in, hits AJ Styles with the belt, but AJ Styles moves. AJ Styles hits an overhand kick and sets up for a phenomenal forearm, but Finn Balor runs down to save Mysterio. AJ Styles picks up the Intercontinental Championship and poses with it. Judgment Day charges the ring. And interestingly enough, AJ Styles escapes with the Intercontinental title, which is interesting. So, continuing, we got the next situation going on here. Bayley addresses her attack on Becky Lynch. Bayley makes her entrance and says, "Ding dong, Green Bay." She says it's amazing to be back and that she's missed everyone so much. A "Let's Go Bayley" chant picks up. Bayley wants to make sure Michael Cole heard it. Everyone knows the quote, "You don't know what you have until it's gone." When Bayley steps in the ring, she doesn't take it for granted. She revels in the opportunity to stand before the people. That's what she's going to do. It's what she put her heart and soul into every night. 2 months ago, she was stripped of her opportunity. She was robbed of a WrestleMania match for the Women's Tag Team Championship, a division she holds near and dear to her heart. Luckily, Bayley doesn't come here for one night. She doesn't do it for the big moments of the title. She does it for nights like tonight and people in those crowds. Bayley. So Becky, Bayley says if Becky Lynch thinks about taking her out of WrestleMania hurt her, she's wrong. It made Bayley stronger and better. She may have said in the past how much Lynch has been a chip in her shoulder and that she always was 2 steps ahead. Bayley is focused on taking everything from her, and Bayley calls Becky Lynch out. Women's Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch heads to the ring for the Chicago Bears apparel. The crowd chants, "The Bears still suck," and Becky Lynch says the Bears beat Green Bay last time. Becky Lynch says Bayley accepts being second fiddle, whereas Becky Lynch didn't much like the Packers. Bayley would rather have a group of friends than a legacy. Lynch wants her legacy more than her fake people. Bayley says she has a legacy and is a future Hall of Famer. Bayley doesn't mind helping those who need it. Lynch mocks her and says she used to fight for the people, but they stopped fighting for her. People stopped fighting for Bayley too. When Lynch took her spot at WrestleMania, no one gave a damn about Bayley. Bayley says Lynch sounds like an idiot. Bayley says Lynch is insecure. Lynch is so worried about what people would think after a year that she took Bayley out to be a surprise. Bayley mentions that Lynch then attacked Lyra Valkyria the next night because she was scared. Lynch says that they cheered for her too, right? Bayley asks Lynch if she remembers what it's like to scratch and claw for a title. Is it her head gone too far? Has it gotten too far up to her head? Lynch said she doesn't remember. She then asks Bayley if she remembers what the gold feels like. Lynch is leading toward against the ropes for Bayley, tells her to step up to her. Lynch says if Bayley wants a match, she can have it, except not for the title. Lynch says, "I'll see you in Columbus." Lynch swings at her, but Bayley knocks her out the ring. Lynch is furious as she backs up the aisle way. So there we have it. We're going to see Lynch versus Bayley in the future. Seeing what's going to happen with that. Skipping the backstage segments again. Now we have Kairi Sane versus the Women's Tag Team Championship, Liv Morgan. Kairi Sane quickly takes her down with the Dragon Screw. Liv Morgan immediately gets out the ring and grabs her shoulder in pain. The ringside doctor comes to check in on Liv Morgan. It turns out that this match is just done because there's a replay showing the quick front bump of Liv Morgan that took out her shoulder, her right arm. The match is called off, and the victory is awarded to Kairi Sane, who gets the victory. Unfortunately, Liv Morgan injured her shoulder and is out of commission as Women's Tag Team Champion. So we will not be seeing Liv Morgan for any time soon until her shoulder is repaired. So going forward, skipping the backstage segments of that, going into the King of the Ring tournament, Jey Uso versus Rusev versus Sheamus versus Big Bronson Reed. with Paul Heyman. Talking here, the bell rings and Bronson Reed goes after Sheamus. Rusev takes Jey Uso down. Bronson Reed attacks, knocks Sheamus out the ring, but Sheamus punches him in the legs as he exits the ring. Reed quickly sends Sheamus into the ring post and lets the LED barricade. In the ring, Rusev is taking it to Uso. Rusev punches Uso's taped ribs. Uso quickly pulls the top rope down to get him out of the ring. Rusev pops up and punches him back. Bronson Reed pulls Rusev down. They trade punches at ringside. Rusev then reverses the whip into the steps. Uso takes Rusev out with a suicide dive. Reed is attacking Jey Uso. Jey Uso gets away and punches him a few times. Uso kicks and uppercuts him before hitting a step up and Zaguri that knocks him out the ring. Sheamus gets in the ring, but Jey Uso super kicks him out. Uso lays in 2 super kicks to Rusev before hitting the ropes, but Rusev clotheslines him down. At ringside, Bronson Reed and Sheamus are going at it. Sheamus sends him into the ring post before charging, but Bronson Reed gives him a back body drop into the crowd. Sheamus quickly rises and grabs Reed over the barricade for the 10 beats of Bodrin, but he keeps going for 20. Uso super kicks Sheamus coming over the barricade. Reed charges Uso, but Uso sidesteps him, driving him into the barricade. Uso charges, but Rusev avalanches him at ringside. Rusev lets out a primal scream. Rusev enters the ring and squares off with his old rival Sheamus. Michael Cole says Sheamus has never defeated Rusev in a match. A Rusev Day chant picks up. Rusev and Sheamus exchange heavy blows in the ring. Rusev knocks Sheamus. Sheamus knocks Rusev back and sends him into the ropes. Rusev ducks a clothesline and connects with a spin kick. Rusev charges, but Sheamus boots him back. Rusev charges again, but Sheamus hits him with a Total World Power Slam. Sheamus and Rusev exchange blows for their knees. Reed then runs it over. Rusev and Sheamus continue to go at it, so Reed crushes them with an avalanche in the corner. Jey Uso boots Reed back and leaps across for a crossbody block, but Reed catches him. Reed holds Uso up and hits a World's Strongest Slam. Uso grabs his injured ribs in pain. Rusev is recovering from being sent over the commentary table. The commentators had him land on their laps. In the ring, Rusev and Uso exchanging right hands. Sheamus jumps him on the apron and goes for the 10 beats of Bodrin, but Uso fights him off. Uso kicks Sheamus back and charges, but Sheamus crushes him with an Irish curse backbreaker. Reed runs in and headbutts Sheamus in the chest. Reed sets up for the end, but Sheamus lifts him and hits a massive white noise. Reed kicks out. Rusev runs in and slams Sheamus onto Reed. The crowd chants, "This is awesome." Rusev starts throwing super kicks at everyone. Rusev blocks one and kicks Sheamus and kicks Uso on the back of the head. Rusev stomps Uso's injured ribs and applies the accolade. Rusev catches it in, but Uso clutches the bottom rope. Sheamus lights up Rusev and Reed with pumpkin knees to the jaw. Sheamus hits Rusev with a brogue kick. 1-2. Reed breaks it up with a senton splash. Reed goes to the top of the rope and hits Sheamus with a tsunami. Uso breaks it up. Uso hits the ropes with this and hits Reed with a spear. Uso goes to the top rope, but Braun Breaker pushes him down. Sami Zayn then runs down to the ring and attacks Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker tries to cut him off, but Sami Zayn sends him into the ring post. Sami Zayn goes for a haluva kick, but Braun Breaker catches him and military presses him over the commentary table. Penta comes in and takes Braun Breaker out with a somersault senton. In the ring, Bronson Reed hits Rusev with a Death Valley driver. Bronson Reed heads to the top rope, but LA Knight runs in and pushes him down to the canvas. Uso super kicks Reed and takes him out with a spear. Uso heads to the top rope and hits Reed with a Uso splash to the back. Uso heads to the back top rope and hits a second Uso splash. The winner of this match is main event Jey Uso, and Jey Uso is battling Cody Rhodes on Raw in the King of the Ring semifinals. So there we have it. We got Jey Uso facing Cody Rhodes in the semifinals for the King of the Ring tournament. So quite interesting going on. So that's it for the main event of Monday Night Raw. For June 16th. That's what we got right there. Going to continue with Friday. Actually, just for today, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it just for today. We're gonna keep it right there. For Friday, for Monday Night Raw, we're just gonna cover that for Monday Night Raw for today, because in the next live stream, we're gonna be talking about Friday Night SmackDown. Like I said, we're doing this piece by piece. I can't do everything in one night, so I got things I gotta do. So unfortunately, I got business to take care of. So, in other words, guys, we're gonna have to stop here on Monday Night Raw. And then the next live stream, we're definitely gonna be talking about Friday Night SmackDown, and it's gonna be quite an extended, I'll say an extended talk about the different Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown. So, just bringing this all to you guys out there. Hope you guys enjoyed this live stream, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So, have a great 4th of July, and enjoy the weekend.